before we start the video, I just want to say, this is some recently new gameplay that you're seeing on the screen of me replaying bits of Sonic Superstar, and I just want to apologize for the terrible gameplay that you're going to see throughout the video of me sucking playing Knuckles, because I literally just asked my Discord friends, hey, which character should I play? They all agreed on Knuckles, and I don't really play Knuckles in these games, so just prepare to watch game footage where I completely suck. I do apologize. Now, onto the video. Hello everyone, it's me and Eldest back with another video, and today we're going to be talking about, well, the newest announcement that is leaving fans both excited, disappointed, just a mixed reaction from Sega's newest announcement of a new Sonic game that is mobile. So a few days ago, Sonic Hardlights, the company that makes Sonic mobile games, released this tweet which hinted at a potential new game or new level or something for Sonic Forces Speed Racing Simulator, another mobile game that they are constantly developing and making and updating. I'm obsessed with that game. I play it all the time. But the difference between this tweet and other announcement was that they had at the official Sonic the Hedgehog Twitter. So this was going to be a different kind of news, especially since Ian Blend himself had also did a hashtag #NoMeSmile on this same tweet. So people were definitely curious. Then the next day they released Sonic Dream Team, which is a mobile game called, under the description, join a race against time to stop Dr. Eggman's bizarre dreams from coming true. Sonic Team arrives December 5th. And from the trailer that they released, it's going to feature Sonic, Amy, Knuckles, Rouge, and Cream. I think a lot of people were excited for Rouge and Cream being a part of this, and so am I. And as you can see from the clips I'm showing from the trailer, it looks amazing. Like the animation, the gameplay, the character designs, some of the new renders, the new characters that we're going to most likely see. Like for a mobile game, this looks amazing. Like too good to be true that this is going to be running on a phone. And then we get to the end of the trailer, which says not only available on December 5th, but exclusively on Apple Arcade. For those who don't know, Apple Arcade is a subscription mobile site for Apple devices where you pay a subscription and you get access to over 200 games. So it's like Game Pass, except you never actually buy any of the games. They're only exclusively behind the subscription wall, which of course disappointed a lot of people because it looks amazing, but a lot of people can't play it because they don't have Apple devices. And people that do have Apple devices hate that they won't be able to actually buy the game. They have to buy a subscription, and only when they play the subscription will they be able to play the game. So yeah, definitely a mixed bag for people. A lot of people have been shitting on the developers, the company, shitting on Sega, saying why did they do this, and other people trying to fill in exactly why this is. So that's what I want to talk about and put my 2 cents on the whole ordeal. But for starters, why did Sega put this exclusively on Apple Arcade? Well, it's because it wasn't up to them. It was most likely a contract deal made with Apple. That's how Apple Arcade works, which I will read a tweet that does a much better job talking about this because I never used it. But basically, Apple Arcade, or Apple themselves, goes to companies, they fund these games to be made, which is why the game looks so fucking good. It's because Apple funded it, and then with that, they exclusively have to put it on Apple Arcade. Now, this just means that they can't put it on other mobile devices or platforms, in this case, Arcade, but from what I've heard, it technically doesn't prevent them from eventually putting it on PC or console. But I'm not entirely for sure for that. But that's why. The only reason why this game exists, the only reason why the game looks this good, the only reason why it's on Apple exclusive, it's because Apple funded it. Sega most likely had very little to do with the actual development or the actual finances of this game. Apple went to Hardlight, told them to make this game, they made it, and now on that deal, Sega gets a cut of the deal for this game being put on Apple, and Apple gets to have it exclusively on their subscription. So that is the case. So this isn't like Sega wanting to purposely spite Androids or prevent them from making money. They probably got a ton of money from, this deal with Apple, but Apple did fund it, so they do have more rights over this particular game. I'm pretty sure if Sega would, they would put this on Google Play. But that's it. Will it ever go on PC? I'm not entirely for sure, but a lot of people were left disappointed by this announcement. But from one tweet that I did find that has over 19 views, 314 likes at the time I'm recording this, definitely puts in a better light about this whole ordeal about Apple Arcade. And I decided I would read a little bit of it. So here we go. I know a lot of people having very negative outlook on companies not normally associated with gaming jumping into the industry and gaining exclusive, but Apple Arcade is generally the healthiest place for modern mobile games, and I wholly commend how it's operated. Firstly, the bar for mobile games is in hell. While I don't inherently hate the concept of free gaming's heavy monetization, it doesn't take a genius to see the blight that microtransaction in advertising are for this industry. Even when there's so many games, wonderful indies, and even small handfuls of AAA and AAA hits, finding them is looking for a stray of hay in a needle stack. The hundreds of shitty, cheaply made games with predatory monetization down out any bangers. In the end, this is what's variable for the mobile game developments. This is how the industry thrives. Impressively, games that this hardware could support rarely get made because the money the average console gamer would enjoy playing do not make money. That is the sad truth, and this is why I support Apple Arcade for its complete exception from this rule. Through banning pop-up advertisement and microtransaction, what it provides is a safe haven for genuine, passionate made games, something we haven't seen since the Apple Store inception, and seeing that vision fulfilled with perspective and sensibility of modern gaming is something far more special than it gets credit for, especially when Apple is going out of their way to find the very existence of these games and port them that would not exist otherwise, and that cannot be stated enough. The vast majority of Apple Arcade exclusive would not exist without the service, whether it be due to the horrifying state of mobile gaming industry or Apple's directing funding of the development for these smaller, more experimental title. I'll run through some of my favorite examples. Fantasia is a masterful RPG headed by the creator of Final Fantasy, and it's only exclusive for Apple's willingness to fund both of its massive chapters, pre-render backgrounds, and all of its incredible successor to the PS1 FFS. Poker Card Jacker, an absolute gem from the 3DS, got a complete remake for the service. Super fun, funny, and one of Game Freak's best and few non-Pokemon games. Nintendo wasn't even willing to bring this back. Easy Comes Easy Golf. Many may seem generic at a glance, but it's made from former Japanese studio devs, PS Best Studios, who did Hot Shots Everybody Golfs. Apple swooped in, funded this not long after Sony killed the studio, and it is a pure Hot Shot game in everything but name. Rayman Mini is a very solid mobile title with a lot of love and care put into its art and level designs. This is the last Rayman game to be released. Apple's the only company in nearly a decade that's willing to fund a new Rayman game. I could go on and on. I haven't even mentioned the masterful indie games that the service had ported and provided on service for free. And it's also great for playing those mobile games, completely free from shitty monetization and advertisement. And that's the thing I cannot stress enough. To the public's knowledge, none of these games Apple has helped fund for Arcade are permanently stuck to the service. These contracts and the developers are given rights to port their games to do other platforms. We've seen it countless times at this point as they show this information from this clip. I understand all the hate Apple is as a company. How could you not? But Arcade actually fills a nice niche that no other company can, while directly funding some of the most unique experimental games out there, the likes of which I haven't seen since PSP Vita and 3DS. I feel the hate for it is incredibly overblown. I understand the disconnect as an Android user, but again, it is worth the realization that the game you're looking at would not exist for Apple Arcade. So yeah, I'm hype as fuck as Sonic Dream Team coming out December for all devices supporting Apple Arcade. I'm happy that this service have let Sega highlights stretch their wings and attempt a true console quality 3D game. That is, I know that was a little bit long, but I do think this person purposely, perfectly illustrates the benefits of Apple Arcade being very healthy for multi thing is not. But of course, as other people, mention is that you can't own this game with, a subscription if it stays only on Apple exclusive and the Sonic Dream Team just gets shut down. It's gone forever. So there's things that, Apple Arcade is a great service, but yeah, digital only content is not good, and it cannot be locked behind a service forever. Personally for me, I'm not into that idea, but as this person mentioned, that exclusive deals aren't permanent, so it may get a proper iOS emulation, or potentially it could be ported onto the PC or on Steam sometime in the future. Maybe it will be able to go on Steam or something like that. But it was found by the same person that sources say that they don't think it would be going on multi-platform because Apple was involved in the production. The producer of the game that works at Apple strictly stated that the role at Apple has no impact on platform choice, and their role was small, still up in the air if you ask me, according to that tweet. And here are the screenshots that they provided from that. So once again, it's an interesting mixed bag. On one hand, this amazing game only looks this amazing, only exists because of Apple, but because Apple funded it, it's only exclusive behind a subscription that is up in the air of if it will, when the inevitable of it getting shut down or Apple Arcade going down, if this game is not properly preserved and people not be able to own it. Will it stay on Apple Arcade forever, or as long as the service exists, or will it eventually be ported over to PC? I don't know. People don't know. So, like I said, personally for me, because some people actually did say, well, I just wish for the game not to exist at all, which personally for me, I think it's petty as fuck, because it's like, what about all the other exclusive from like Switch or PS5? It's like, exclusives are a thing. It's upsetting, but at the same time, it is a thing. They shouldn't just be disappear. We shouldn't just say, "Hey, I wish other people couldn't play it because I can't," or something like that. So, honestly, it's like I said, it's a mixed bag. On one hand, it's like, this is cool. It's a cool thing, but at the same time, at the same time, it's like there are a lot of people that won't be able to play it. So it is a mixed bag. It is literally a mixed bag for, this game being to exist, but only at the cost that a lot of people won't be able to play it. But like I said, personally for me, I am excited for people that will be able to play it. I don't know if I will be able to because I don't have an Apple device. If I get one, I'll maybe look into the game because it does look really good. But like I said, it's like, is this game worth existing at the price that other people won't be able to play it? Or the fact that this game will exist at the expense of an exclusion, but it looks so fucking good. But it also just confirmed that one of the things holding the Sonic team back is money. So maybe if this game is very successful, Sega will see this and give them as big of a budget it possibly can for the next project. So, I don't know, like I said, mixed bag and all, but I guess we'll see what happens. The game comes out in about in like 2 months, or a month, almost a month. So, we'll see how it goes. Maybe if I'm able to get a hold of an Apple device, then I'll probably see what I can do and probably stream it. I never done that before for mobile, but we'll give it a shot. And with that being said, leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already. I post videos as often as I can. What do you think about this? Are you excited? You think this game will only be exclusive behind a subscription? You think this game is worth not existing at all since a lot of people won't be able to play it? Or do you have Apple Arcade? And what's your thoughts on Apple Arcade as a subscription? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Just let me know. And as always, till next time, bye-bye.